Hey everybody, it's Montblanc. If you're new here, I'm a Gen 2 K-pop veteran who hasn't listened to K-pop in over a decade. I'm back from the grave though, and I'm trying to learn about the new scene, which today means continuing on in my musical exploration of the works of ATEEZ. Today we're on to their third EP in the Treasure era, One to All, which means taking a peek at Illusion and Wave. Before we hop into that, however, if you're interested in extended and exclusive reactions, access to blocked videos, monthly favorites, and retrospectives, be sure to check out my Patreon linked in the pinned comment down below. ATEEZ days are quickly becoming some of my favorites, but let's see if One to All holds up to expectations, shall we? I'm not quite sure how ATEEZ is going to be able to follow up on the second EP, which had Say My Name and Hala Hala, because like, Hala Hala, oh my god! Oh my god! But I guess we'll see what they have in store for us. I'll just say that the bar is kind of high right now, and I don't know how to adjust that in my mind. Okay, so starting off, this is Illusion. It looks like these two came out July 10th of 2019. The comment section of both of these are kind of funny. I don't usually take a peek at like all of the comments, but just the stuff that rose to the top was basically like, oh wow, in a couple of years people are going to really wish they were paying attention at this point, or like, I have a feeling ATEEZ is going to be a really big deal. It's like, you know, hear from the future. Yes, you were absolutely right. Way to go. Okay, Illusion. Okay, nice. Back to the Pirates vibe. Damn, he looking good. Oh, it's an airship. Cool. Oh, I love that graphic background. Musically, this is not quite my vibe, but that's okay. It is well executed. I'm not a super big fan of like hip-hop ad-libbing for the sake of it. Like, let's just throw in some brrr, blah, blah. But I guess it does like paint a full vibe of this. I don't know. Whoever did their makeup was really like popping off on this one. And the fashion in the hair is like looking really, really cool. Also, I love this. I love like a sky pirate theme or like airships. I just think they're so cool in any kind of media, especially video games. That's so cool. It's kind of like cartoony in a way, in like a really nice way, not in like a childish way, but just like in an exaggerated and graphic kind of manner. I really like the music video for this. It's really charming and definitely beautiful. They do be jumping around. Ooh, that's a beautiful line. Okay, so does this make me a hypocrite? I am not a fan of hip hop ad-libbing, rap ad-libbing, rap-libbing. Anyway, meanwhile though, like the vocal ad-libs, I'm like, oh wow, this is so nice. Although they can absolutely be overdone. I'm thinking about that one aespa song where Ning Ning goes like super hard at the end, and it's just like maybe not. I will say though that like as the song progressed and there were more elements pulling up around those rap ad-libs, they weren't so like jarring, annoying. I love the way that the song finishes. And then we have like what, 2 seconds here left. I like the way that it has progressed into the second half a lot better. I feel like it's balanced in a way that the opening is lacking in a little bit. But, you know, that's song progression for you. Open your eyes. Preview of Wave. I guess we'll find out in just 2 seconds here, but yeah, this is nice, it's charming. I will say I think I'm discovering that this 90s revival that happened like before 2020 is probably my favorite era of fashion. It's so cool. The cuts on some of these pants I don't necessarily agree with, but you know, I didn't have to wear it. Yeah, it's just really cool the way that they use like block coloring. It's really striking, especially with the colored hair in K-pop especially. Like I said, the makeup in this is like absolutely spectacular, and they went pretty bold, like all things considered. Like look at that eyeshadow, they're carving out the face. Wow. Wow. And great jewelry. Like the layered necklaces and stuff like that. It's not, they're like simple pieces, so it's not like as a bodacious, bombastic. Sure, okay, bombastic as like let's say hip hop chains and stuff like that, and then also like the layering in the pearls and stuff like that gives it a it like removes a little bit of the hard masculinity from it and like kind of balances out in my perspective. I love these graphic backgrounds in this. It's so cool. Also, like, what a simple set, all things considered, because it's just like a pirate deck ship, but they did so much with it. They're really, really, really spectacular. Nice. Okay, so I could not tell you at all what this song was about. But there are a lot of like really beautiful imagery in the lyricism itself, and I think that it's a very well written song. It's like poetic in a really, really delightful way, which when you're balancing things like vocal elements and then also like rap line stuff, it can be a little bit difficult to have consistency throughout an entire song with poetic imagery, but I think they did really, really spectacularly here. Okay, so now I feel like I actually like the entire package. I'm gonna have to re-listen to that opening part again, but for now, I think I've got good vibes off of Illusion. And next up is Wave. That'll be kind of like an interesting juxtaposition, right? Because they're like in a sky, like a aerial ship like flying through clouds and stuff like that. And then if you're bringing in water imagery here, then like the air and water contrast or duality, it would be like a really interesting package for them to have presented as a singular unit. Also, I really like the dual title format. I think that it can speak more clearly to like what the album is like, rather than needing to rely just purely on one singular thing to get your message across. Okay, wave. All right. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Popping off with the makeup again, damn. Oh, that's this song. Whoa. Okay, this is how I know for a freaking fact that I have had a life very, very, very well lived. Actually, if you know who the producer is for this, please let me know, and maybe like some of the other works that they're like involved in. So this has like a very specific sound, which is like Romanian house music from the like early 2010s. If you know Ina, like so much of her later work, I'm not even thinking about like Hot, but when she started to become a little bit more of a global artist and work with like Latin producers and stuff like that, this sort of like fun, vibey, tropical summer sound kind of became like a hallmark of hers, and it fits so beautifully with their voices. It's so nice. Ah! In a completely different way, this is blowing my mind, just like Say My Name and Hala Hala did. This is so crazy. I can't believe that this is making me this emotional. I love music. I love music. Beautiful filming location. Where is this actually, if you have an idea? On the piano? Ah! Okay, Montblanc strikes again. I have no idea what that song was about. I couldn't tell you like 2 lyrics at all in that entire presentation. I was just so swept away by like the music production, the direction that they took with it. Ah! I probably shouldn't, well, not shouldn't. I'm super glad to be an emotional person. But like this just like moved me in such a beautiful way, and I like part of it is nostalgia and like connecting to old memories and like really amazing, especially really amazing summer times. And considering this came out in June 10th, it would have just been like, why wasn't I listening to ATEEZ at the time? Beautiful, beautiful. The music video was like perfectly done. It seemed like it would have been a very fun shoot to undertake as well. Ugh. Damn. You know, like a lot of people in the comment sections do say that Treasure is one of their favorite eras, but like World era seems to be like consistently among the top. So I am actually very curious to check out World era, but just like Treasure era is so good. How could this be topped? It's so good. It's so good. Look at how beautiful the ocean is. What the oh my gosh. Also, this era with the like colored hair and stuff like that can be overdone, but I would say that in this and also in Illusion, it was very like tasteful and strategic, and also the colors that they chose was really nice. When he's like, come back. Oh my goodness, this group is so freaking cool. Oh, you know what's something I really appreciate in this? The way that they match their fashion to specifically this location. It's like whoever was in charge of costuming was like, okay, this is where we're filming. You don't even necessarily like if the vibe of the music video is the location, then they did such a beautiful job of matching these outfits with the location itself. Also, like, could you have asked for a better filming location? I mean, uh, circumstances. I mean to say that the weather is really beautiful. Oh, why is that word escaping me? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Conditions. I can English too. Yeah, beautiful location. Where in the heck is this? Ah, this is like not fair. Why are they so amazing? I mean, it is fair. Damn. Let's just call this one a roller coaster ride. From like being unsure at the beginning of Illusion to like kind of seeing how things like get tied together by the end of it, and thinking that I like the entire package. I'm gonna have to re-examine that one for sure. To being completely blindsided and blown away by Wave, like I just had like the mental image of, you know, when you're standing in the shore and like a giant wave comes by and you're just like knocked on your ass. Yes, that's exactly how I feel about Wave. I just these ATEEZ reactions are so much fun. What the hell? You know what I think it is? I think that they have like a perspective on music that really aligns with not only my taste, but my own journey with music as well. And this definitely makes me want to see like maybe some interview content from them, because I'm really curious about the way that they approach crafting this kind of stuff, and maybe some of the experiences or ideas that go into informing these packages as a whole, because they're like fully formed, especially from a song production standpoint, and then also like a group composition element in it as well. Personally, I really, really vibe with the group composition of ATEEZ. I think that it has so much flexibility in what's possible for them as a group, and they can bring so many different visions to life. I can't imagine a way in which they would be limited vocally or talent wise at all. And obviously we know that they have the dancing chops, we know that they have the singing chops, we know they have the rapping chops, the lyricism is like stunning. So what more can you want? Like, I honestly completely understand, even this early in my journey with their work, I completely understand why they are the sort of global artists that they are today. And from my understanding, it was like kind of an uphill battle within Korea itself. The international market seems to have adopted them a lot earlier than the Korean one. And I guess I can kind of understand. There's a lot of like market forces in Korea that are not necessarily present in the global stage. So I'm very happy that they have found their own path and like been able to find their way to success, because it truly is a stunning thing to see with artists this talented. Wow. This is a great episode. I'm super happy about this one. Yeah, next up, that means that it's like it's not the fourth EP, but then they have like the finale and then the epilogue, which I will package together, and then I will probably be doing like a B-sides video after that, and then I want to do live performances from the Treasure era, and then after we wrap up that, then I will choose the next era, which I'm waffling over one or two right now, but we'll see how my feelings change as I progress towards the end of the Treasure era here. Yeah, so actually, on that note, I've been kind of tallying B-side recommendations from the Treasure era, and I have like kind of not like a formal heat map, but like a mental heat map with a little document that is showing some of the most recommended stuff. And yeah, I'm going to use that to inform my B-sides video when I make it. That's probably it for today. I thank you so much for joining me on this one, and I guess let me know if like you similarly were moved by Wave and like the music production in that, or if I'm just a weirdo, which I'm totally fine with. Okay, this one is going into my ATEEZ playlist, which you can find linked here and then also in the video description down below if you want to check out the rest of my journey with these incredible artists. That's it for me today, and I'm so happy that you joined me for this one. Please join me for another ATEEZ one. I'm really looking forward to it, actually. And so hopefully I'll see you there, and if not, I will see you somewhere else. Bye!